What's up, everybody? This is the Jedi. This is going to be like a distraction video. And I'm calling it that because I'm inserting it in between the last video that I released and the next videos that I'm going to release after this. The next video I'm going to release after this is going to be my piece on this Jlo or somebody, whatever his name is, some NFL dude who was toasting to light-skinned babies. That one's going to be after this one, and then after that it will be the Jussie Smollett video. I'm building you into that because that's going to be a lengthy piece, but highly profound, highly nuanced, and it's going to have a lot of moving parts to it, everybody. You're going to want to settle in for that video because, as you know, those of you that have been with me forever, you know that when I do any topic, quite frankly, I try to give you all of the angles of that. We try to really mine and harvest all knowledge that can come from that and explore. And so there's a lot to be said in that sector. Please understand that. All right. So you want to settle in and sat down for that. I also want to quickly shout out all of the new subscribers. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Shout out to all the new subscribers. Every single one of you. Wow, as I keep saying, people are just flowing into the channel, everybody. They're just flowing in. And as I've said, and I will say again and continue to say, what's most gratifying about that is that everyone who's here is here because they were touched, moved, and inspired by the information that I'm presenting. Do you understand? So I'm not putting up they have these big buttons they put up on the screen now, and you hear the little clicking sounds, the big ass subscribe button. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't do any of that, because I don't want anyone here, because I provoke them to do it by saying it. Damn it. I'm trying to clear my throat and I got the hiccups at the same time, y'all. This is going to be a disaster. I don't want them to do it because I asked them to subscribe. I'd rather people be here organically on their own, because that is testimony to the work. And that's why I'm here, is my message, the work. I'm not here for popularity. I'm not here for self-aggrandizement. I'm not here for money. I'm not here it's not a hobby for me. It's not bragging rights. Ooh, look how many subscribers I have. If I have 10 subscribers, those 10 people click that damn subscribe on their own. They did that. That testified to the work. I'm here for a message and a mission to change the hearts, the minds, and the character of our people, which will change the actions of our people, which will change the decision making of our people, which will then thusly change the predicament of our people. We'll start having the proper reactions to shit. You understand? So it's always better if people just do it on their own. But shout out to all of the new subscribers, every single one of you. I also want to shout out Kara Watkins. I appreciate your comment and your honesty on the black penis, my sister. Love you for that. Because that's just truth, and everybody knows we deal in truth. Whatever the truth is, that's all we're interested in here. We're not interested in opinions and feelings. What's the truth of anything we're discussing? What is the truth of it? Because I want my people to be in that habit of moving your own ass out the way, because you've shown over the generations and centuries, you can't be trusted. So you got to get out of the way and let truth be the dictator and what is the determination of everything. It must be. Because when you get into that space, first of all, your life is way less stressful. You understand? You have fewer problems, because most problems between humanity across the earth is somebody ain't representing the truth. Somebody's not receiving the truth. Somebody's trying to deny truth. Somebody is trying to kill. Something's going on. There's an issue with truth. That's why I preach about it so much. Because what I understand absolutely and unequivocally is truth settles all dispute. Settles all dispute. All dispute is settled by truth. You understand? And truth is one of the attributes of the creator of all things. So if you don't love the truth unequivocally, that it is premier in your life, it is everything, it is number one, it is the pièce de résistance. If you don't have that relationship with the truth, you don't have a relationship with your maker. That's the truth. Because you cannot have one without the other, because they are one. They are one. They're one. So get out of the way. You see? Get out of the way. Let truth drive. Just let it drive. Not interested in your feelings. Not interested in your opinions. Not interested in your emotion. Not interested in what makes you feel good. We don't care about any of that. We're not interested. That's down the street. We don't do that here. What is the truth of it? Whatever it is. All right? Marcus wanted to shout you out because Marcus was one of the provocateurs of this video. Appreciate you, Marcus. And a big shout out to you, brother. And we're due for a Skype. Cassandra Wright, my girl, I love you so much. Shout out to you. Just random. Quickly also, Nita Vita. I can't remember your name now. I don't have it in front of me. But thank you for letting me know that it was Aries Spears that I couldn't think of when I was referencing in the previous video. There's a few of you guys. Oh God, who else told me about that? Anyway, just shout out to everybody who referenced that it was Aries Spears when I was telling the joke that he told. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to LC, also another provocateur of this piece. And shout out to Gina Williams and your 12-hour day that you worked, my sister. I appreciate the compliment and thank you for watching. Mika, Magger, like I say, I'm gonna do the Jussie Smollett thing. Mika, it's mostly complete. Like I say, but I'm gonna release the NFL dude and his white whore after this. Melissa Grant was one of the other ones that mentioned about the Aries Spears reference. And also, you guys, send me anything that you can find with regard to this ADOS, ADOS. Somebody mentioned it in the comment section. I really don't know what it is. I need to educate myself in order to be able to speak on that. From what the little bit that I think I've heard, I don't know what I've heard, so I can't even speak to that. So let me just shut up. Anyways, I I'd like to know what that is, and I'd just like to know what that is, you know. So I appreciate you guys' help on that. Um, Sunshine, big shout out to you. I know you also, I think you also sent me a link for the Aries Spears thing as well. Shout out to you, Sunshine. Big shout out to you. Not just for that, but just in general. There's some other things too that you shared in your comments and so forth, and I appreciate it. So big shout out to you. So this is going to be the centerpiece of what I want to talk about, you guys. Is this Monique thing? But I'm also going to indulge and allow myself to begin with this, because I feel like a few people had mentioned it. I know Melanie Pendarvis. Shout out to you, Melanie. Had asked me, was I going to speak on it, or would I speak on it, or something to that effect. And I will just briefly speak on it because it's something that I can just dispense of quickly. And why I'm speaking on it is because I can make a bigger point. And that's exactly what you see there. Smokey Robinson slams critics of Jennifer Lopez's Motown tribute for trying to set us back 100 years. You see, this is a problem, everybody. This is right up there with Gladys sashaying and traipsing into the stadium to do the fucking Super Bowl. You see, there's always a traitor. Now, here you have most of our, well, I'm going to say most of our people having some level of issue. Not saying that they were outraged, not saying everybody was outraged or disgusted or anything like that, but most of our people had something to say about this even before the tribute took place. And William Smokey Robinson should shut his bitch ass up. You understand? Again, we looking out for you, Smokey. You understand? We love Motown because of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm using him as everybody we love that was, you know, from Motown. But I'm saying because of you. And quite frankly, you should have told Jlo, this is probably going to be a problem. Maybe you shouldn't do this. You know, or they could have expanded the performance so it wasn't really so much about her and it was sort of him. Because listen, you had Dinah Ross in the building. You had Valerie Simpson in the building. Smokey Robinson in the building. You had Uncle Charlie in the building. You had Berry Gordy in the building. There was these people in the building, everybody. I know I'm missing people, but I'm just saying, it just seems like such a articulation, an accent, and not in a good way to, we're going to do a Motown tribute and it's going to be J-Lo. It felt wrong for me. It just felt misplaced. Because I like J-Lo. And ironically, she's at her absolute best when she does any award shows. She's one of the last great hopes for me when it comes to watching award shows. Because I don't watch them anymore. Because I'm over it. There's nobody to see. Nobody's interesting. Nobody's doing anything. I'm over it. But every time she has done an award show performance, she has killed it. She has killed it. You see? So it would have been good to see her anyway, you know. I mean, go even on YouTube and watch her tribute to Celia Cruz from years ago. She was doing this big tribute to Celia Cruz. I don't remember what year it was, or I feel like it might have been the American Music Awards. It could have been the Grammys. I don't know. But she slayed it dead. It's always a big production with her, and she kills it, dude. Appreciate. You see? But so this was not for her to do, though. You know, and if she was gonna do it, she could have maybe did it in one song, maybe a lead into a song, and then we fade out of J-Lo and then into somebody that really matters, you know, that would represent Motown. Ooh, that's Motown, you know. I can't, you know, the Fantasia, what was it, Fantasia, and see, it's so unmemorable that I can't remember it. But whatever that song that Fantasia and the other two ladies did, it lacked for me. You know, and it was just the one song. So I can't. You know. But I take issue with Smokey. I want to get back on center because you're why we love Motown. You know. And you should have been more highlighted in the tribute. So we was already defending it before the show ever took place. Then your bitch ass shows up for half a second in the performance. We were bitching about that. And now you come out and you're against us. You take your bitch ass over there with Gladys. You see what I'm saying? Take your shit. I tell you guys, we got to be in a space of non-forgiveness for these fucking people. You know what I'm saying? And not just them, anybody in our fucking culture that can't fucking speak code now. The times are too fucking critical, and we're under attack every fucking minute of the day, even as I speak. We don't have time. You see what I'm saying? It's not even about choices. We just don't have goddamn. We just don't even have time. You see? So Smokey is out. I am over him. Completely. And that's where we got to get. To me, he never existed. Never. And I'm very good at that. Once I'm over you, I'm over you. I'm over you. You understand? So, we're going to read this quickly. Let's see how long this is. We'll just scan it. It's not too long. Well, we'll scan it. Because I really, like I said, the centerpiece is this thing with Monique and Steve Harvey. And I just want to just get a gist of what he said. Smokey Robinson standing up for J-Lo and her Motown tribute. The legendary singer, who is 758 years old, came to Lopez's defense on Tuesday after many argued that the 49-year-old singer should not have chosen to perform in the tribute at Sunday's Grammy Awards. Well, why didn't he slam us before the fucking show? Because people were already talking shit about it. Why'd you wait till after the show, Smokey? So that's suspect too. You see? Because you knew if you slammed us before the show, we just wouldn't have watched it fucking all. So you wouldn't have had no clout. Would have been no need for you to show up in your little fucking circus suit. I'm over it. And don't let me get started on your fucking plastic surgery. I'm over it. And ironically, you guys, here somewhere at my house, I have a picture. One of my very good friends, well, used to be, we've lost contact over the years, but one of my used to be really good friends I have a picture of him and Smokey Robinson to get together. It's a fantastic picture in a grocery store, and it was just a great picture, like he met Smokey. Anyways, his passionate post refuted the argument that black performers should have been chosen to honor the genre that was made famous by artists like Marvin Gaye, the Supremes, Gladys Knight and the Pips, and the Temptations. Quote, attention to all of those of you who protested a wonderful, super talented, world-renowned superstar like Jennifer Lopez, showing her love and support for Motown music. Here's some food for thought, he began in the lengthy Instagram fucking post shared on Tuesday. It took him 5 hours to write because he's 180 years old. Quote, on the very first day of Motown, Berry Gordy told the five of us who were present, I'm going to start my own record company and we're going to make music for everybody and always be sure to make quality music that the world can enjoy, he recalled. And through the grace of God and hard work and determination, we accomplished that. Okay, but you know what, Smokey? You were doing it at a time when your fucking face couldn't even be on the face of the fucking album. Otherwise, it couldn't be sold. Or they'd put somebody white on the cover in place of your black ass. You don't want this, Smokey. You don't want it. And it wasn't about, what did he imply there? When he says that the argument that black performers should have been chosen. No. It's not even just it should have been black performers. We're bigger than that. We can walk and chew gum at the same time. Not this bitch. Because I dare say, had they picked somebody who was really like undeniable, vocally even, we would have given them their props. It's just that she doesn't even look right doing any of this music. Before we even get to her vocal ability, she doesn't even look right doing it. It's just, aesthetically, it's like, why is that there? It's like having a fly in your milk. You know, it's like, why is she? What? Why? Is you, nah. Attention to all those of you who protested a wonderful superstar talent. I'm over. On the very first day, blah 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 blah. The music quality can enjoy. And through the grace of God, okay, and we accomplished that. Kids of all races worldwide grew up though, loving the music of Motown, imitating our acts, pretending to whatever. Listen, Smokey. Just because you grew up listening to it and loving it doesn't mean your bitch ass should be on stage doing it. There's a whole lot of people that love Michael Jackson. In fact, he's the most famous human being that mankind has ever witnessed. But not everybody needs to get on stage and fucking do Michael. And they can't. You see? Kids of all races, loving the music of Motown, imitating the acts, Robinson continued, pretending to be Diana Ross, The Temptations, Michael Jackson, you're still naming black people, and so on. I didn't hear anybody in there that sounded like Jlo. Did I miss a name? Let me read it. Pretend to be Diana Ross. No. The Temptations, still no. Michael Jackson, still no. Parents were and still are turning their kids onto the music of Motown. We get that. Don't tell me shit I already know. See, that's white right there. You see, address the issue. Don't tell me shit I already know. This I know. Why I'm bitching is because I also, like everybody else on the planet, grew up with Motown. Whenever you came to Earth, you heard Motown music. We know that. The singer went on to slam the people who were criticizing Jlo, saying they were going against everything that the Motown era originally set out to be. He still hasn't addressed the fact that her talent is not there. You see what I'm saying? Jlo is good at what she does. And so I'm clear, my wife, who y'all know I will fight you in the street, my wife, Janet, wouldn't have looked right up there doing any of this. You understand what I'm telling you? Motown is not just music. It was a feeling. It's an aura. It's a mood. Like you hear Motown music, go, that's Motown. The sound stands apart from anything else on the earth. It's distinctly Motown. And so there's enough voices out there that you could have collected to give a proper tribute to this. So this is just a 78-year-old trying to be popular with a current day artist, everybody. Because even though we love you, Smokey, well, we used to. I don't love you, bitch ass, no more. I'm over you. Even though we used to love you, you see what I'm saying? You're a has-been. You're a has-been. You're a nostalgic act now. You understand? We're not interested. Defending the image of Motown, he said, well, you're trying to set us back 100 years. No, we're not. We're not. We're trying to keep the record straight. Like, not this bitch. Diana Ross was there. Diana Ross, the ultimate diva that doesn't even age, the high diva of all diva-dom from Motown, was in the building. Nobody thought maybe we should just have Diana do a couple songs. You could just, since she is fucking Motown, maybe just we could get Diana. We'll get J-Lo. And even if you wanted to have J-Lo, I already said, she does maybe an intro to one song, not something that's up-tempo, and they fade the spotlight on her, and then behold, it's somebody who it should be there. You understand? I'm over it. It says back 100 years, if you call yourself loving Motown, be happy that we reached so many people and broke down so many barriers. Listen, everybody, this is the take the pile of shit or take the pile of shit option. You understand? No, we don't need we don't need either one. And that's also one of the echoes that is in this Steve Harvey Monique thing. So, same black Christian coons, because that's all coons are Christians. You don't have any Muslims amongst your coon class. All of your coon class is made up of black Christians, everybody. I've said this to you a million times, and I'm going to continue to say it because it's what? The truth. And we don't have to like it. But damn it, it's the truth. Nobody else is selling us out. Only black Christians. With all their love and forgiveness and all of it. You see? So, he said, so you should just be happy that Master let us do this. In his pathetic, fucked up mind, he's one of them lunch counter motherfuckers, I call it. I consider the lunch counter, so everything's fine. You see? He's a lunch counter. I can be at the Grammys in 2019 at 78 years old. Everything's fine. Quick, roll in Susan Boyle to do the Motown tribute. Get her, bring her in. Because it doesn't matter, everybody. Because if we do it, because you don't want to set us back 100 years. So let's bring in Susan Boyle. Let's get her in here. You see? Let's get her in here. Let's call up Sanjaya. He'll do a great. Let's bring him in here. Let's get in. Can we get Sanjaya? Can we get him? Get his people on the phone. Huh? Because we don't want to set us back 100 years, everybody. We don't want to set us back 100 years. We don't want to. Let's call up the transgender chick that was on American Idol. Whatever her fucking. Let's roll her in. Let's see if we can get her people on the phone. Because we don't want to set us back 100 years. We don't want to. We don't want to. You see? Let's send Diana Ross out the building, and anybody associated with Motown, let's have them sit in the back, outside someplace, because they're setting us back 100 years. They have to go. Barry, don't show Barry Gordy in the audience. He has to go. You see, Rhonda, the kids, all y'all got to go, because you're setting us back 100 years. Be happy we've reached so many people and broke down so many racial barriers. You haven't broke down a fucking thing. As long as you popping and clicking and dancing, they're fine with your ass. Or you're playing sports, they're cool. As soon as you have a fucking mind, their fucking heads roll off. This is dangerous, everybody. It's dangerous because I say, you know, especially dudes like this. I mean, like I said with Gladys, they are old enough to have. Listen, oh my God. It's only been 50 years of the Voting Rights Act, everybody. We've technically only been almost, kind of, possibly, could have been free for about 50 years. And still ain't. And he comes from an era when they played the Chitlin circuit and the juke joints. You see? Where you couldn't play no white establishments. And if you did, you went through the kitchen to get to the stage. You couldn't come in the front door. You weren't coming in the front door. And you definitely weren't staying in the hotel. And you would say this now? So it's like, we've already done all the work. everything's fine now, so don't make waves. Nah, bitch. Because we know that there's 100 million. You've only picked that blew off the fucking Brinks truck. There's 100 million. You see? There's 100 million that's in the account. So you've only picked up in your era about 50,000. Maybe 50 grand. Wait, carry the one. Carry the one. Carry the one. Yeah, about 50 grand. You see? So we still have work to fucking do. Smokey. So don't tell us how to fucking do now. Sat your bitch ass down. Because we're the people you want coming to your fucking shows. Oh, never mind. You only need white people coming to your shows now. I'm sorry. We're over this bitch, everybody. We're over his old bitch ass. You understand? And we won't be shedding tears when his bitch ass croaks. None of that. Because we will remember this. Because he's throwing out everything that's going on. So we'll throw out his entire life. We won't remember anything. That won't matter. We'll just be glad your bitch ass croaked. You see? And that an artist like Jennifer, even after hearing all your negative comments, still loved Motown enough to do the tribute anyway. No, she didn't. She didn't just love Motown so much, because that's not love. Love is, I respect Motown and these people who made this magical music that is unparalleled by anything else on the fucking earth at a time when these people are under one of the highest points of their struggle. I love them so much that I could never put on a fucking leotard and go out there on that stage. And anyone who comes near me asking me to, I will fucking stab them through the eyes. That would have been love. Don't give me love. She just loved Motown enough to do the tribute now. That's love and respect, he added. No, it's not. And like I said, this is no shade against J-Lo. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep it truthful. The bitch showed up for a coin and exposure. She's 40 what? Whatever, the bitch is 40 something. I think they said 48. However old she is. Alright. She showed up for a coin. You understand? She showed up for a coin and exposure. And to keep her career hot. That's what this was about. That's what this is about. Because somebody named for me in any of her concerts that are all online, any of her previous award show performances, anything she's ever done, show me where she did a tribute to Motown. I'd love to see that. Just bring me that archival footage. Let's find that, troops. Let's find that. Huh? So that's clearly why they would have gone to her, because she's always doing these Motown tributes. I mean, she must be. You know, just I must have missed it. Robinson even brought up other instances where artists of different ethnicities, including Tina Marie. Well, we accepted Tina Marie as a black woman. Period. We don't have to like it. That's the truth. Black folks never had a problem with Tina Marie. We just didn't. She was one of those anomalies. Like, we don't even know why. We just was like, we was always cool with her. You know, her authentic, her energy and her presentation and her relationship to African people just seemed genuine and authentic. She didn't come trying to be a white bitch. She didn't come trying to be a black bitch. She just came, I'm Tina Marie, and this is how I sound. And she was embraced. When we mention great black singers, many of us oftentimes will just mention her. Because some of us even think she was just light-skinned. Even though we know she wasn't light-skinned. We know she was definitely a white heifer. You see? But I will fight you in the street over Out on a Limb. Fight you dead. You know what I'm saying? And that's just one. You see? So, that falls flat. Who else you got, Smokey? Rare Earth. I don't know who they are. Paid tribute to Motown. Tina Marie and Rare Earth paid tribute to Motown. Was that her group? I don't know. And claimed that those against J-Lo also must have hated her predecessor's performance. No, we didn't. No, we didn't. And just to be clear, it didn't have to be a Motown tribute. It could have been any tribute. And if Tina Marie was still living and the choice was Tina Marie or J-Lo, we'd still be bitching that you didn't do Tina Marie. It's easy. You understand? There was one year, I think it might have been at the Soul Train Awards or something like that. It was after Luther Vandross had passed away. It could have been the Grammys. Anyways, there was some tribute, and as much as I love Celine Dion, I didn't need her singing Dance With My Father by Luther. And that is Celine Dion, who I love. I don't need you singing Dance With My Father, Celine. You don't even look right doing it. And she gave it her everything. And Celine, come on, to me, I always say, I don't care, I'll fight anybody that don't like it. If angels sing, they sound like Celine Dion. I said it. Now, just trying to express, like, I have the utmost respect. She is a technician. A technician. But I didn't need her ass doing Dance With My Father by Luther. I just didn't need that. You see? So I'm consistent. Stop hating. Motown united people, not divided them. Shut up, Smokey. I can't read any more of this, you guys. I'm done with it. We're moving on. Because the more I read, the more I'm going to rant. And I'm just sick of him. And I've made that clear. I'm fucking over Smokey fucking Robinson. I want to say this quickly, too, because since I'm on the subject of the Grammys, I've said consistently and continuously that this Cardi B person is nothing but hype, everybody. Indeed, the entire show was too long and uninteresting. You know, I didn't need a Dolly Parton tribute, even though I do love that song Jolene. I tell you guys, I'm very eclectic when it comes to music. If it's a good song, I just like it. I just like it. I don't care who sings it or who did it. If I hear it, I don't need to know who did it or what genre it's from. It could be anything. It could be anything. Anything. If it's good, it's just good. And I like that song, Jolene, you know. But I didn't need no fucking tribute to Dolly. You see. And by the way, Dolly herself was doing her own damn tribute. You see? It's your tribute, but you singing with everybody. But we get J-Lo. You see? You see how misplaced his fucked up Christian mind is? With that fucked up hairline, which is a goddamn toupee and a wig and a fucking weave and God knows what else. There's a few things up there. You don't want to go near that. You don't want to go near that. You don't want to go near it. It's a nuclear reactor. Alright? So, but the opening number was good. That Havana thing, the set was fantastic. I felt like I was in Havana. Oh man, because I just love Latin music anyway. Oh man, if you didn't feel like you were in Havana, and if you couldn't smell the cuisine in the air, and you just weren't watching it. You just weren't. The colors, the choreography, oh, it was all there. That opening was I was hopeful for a really good show after I saw that shit. And our girl Alicia Keys, who I love that she's not wearing makeup now, because I get a chance to see the tomboy in her. I get to see the little girl in her, and she just seems even more like that around the way chick. It matches her walk, because she has a tomboy walk anyway. You know, I never accepted her in heels when she first came out, and now her look fits who she is and how I feel about her. It just all makes sense for me. It's all synergy now, you know. And she did a fantastic job of hosting the show and keeping it moving. You know, she wasn't trying to be something she wasn't. She just came and she was Alicia, and she killed it. So no complaints there. Of course, the angel who I have personal video of descending from the clouds from heaven on the wings of angels, Michelle LaVaughn Robinson Obama, was there, and the whole place went crazy. She couldn't even speak. They let everybody else speak, and they go, and then you always know when an audience is waiting for you. I love that feeling. I love it. Because as soon as, because it was just holding their breath until she said any word, and boom, they went ape shit. That is my queen. Oh my God. Capital Quee, goddammit, in bitches. And she was towering over all the bitches that were standing up there with her. She towers over towers. You see, it's towers. They have to look up at the queen. She towers over. Yes. So that was definitely a highlight for me. Because y'all know I love any excuse to see Michelle Obama or talk about her or any. I love her. I love her. Oh my God. I could talk about her all day and not be done. Oh my God. I love you, Michelle. I love you so much. You are the kiss from God. You are the kiss. The kiss from God. But I digress. So there was just disastrous pieces going on. Nothing happening. And then there's this Cardi B. That performance was some bullshit, everybody. There was nothing exciting there. It was nothing extraordinary. That wasn't a great performance. You see, everybody's screaming about it as if it was this, oh my God, did you see Cardi? Listen, mediocrity doesn't go past my fucking gate. Because I've been on the stage with some of the best of them. I've told you guys all the time, I've been on more stages than I can remember and got on more limousines than I can count. I taught dance professionally for years. I had my own team of dancers as well. We did performances all over the fucking country. I did choreography for other people. I toured. I did all those things. I had my own band. I've been on television. I've been in movies. I've done it all. And I know performance. I play violin. I play French horn. I play piano. When I watch anything, I'm watching it through the eyes of an entertainer. Wallahi, I was on the phone with my nephew watching the Grammys. Well, it was me and my nephew and my sister. We were on the phone. And when they opened up the Jlo piece, it's a live show. Of course, I haven't seen it. I go, cue somebody coming out of the floor. Because the whole energy felt like that to me. I'm in production when I'm watching a show. I'm in production. I'm seeing it as an audience person, but I'm also appreciating the technicals because I understand it. And I love the pressure of a show. I love that. The pressure of a show where people are scrambling and, you know, lighting cues have to be hidden. Markers have to be hidden. It's your turn to speak. And I love the pressure of a show. I love that. I love that. And so, sure enough, I go cue somebody coming out of the floor. And sure enough, boom, smoke and she came out of the floor. I can call that because I know it. You see, Cardi B, she's wearing peacock feathers. If I'm the choreographer, she doesn't end. You're wearing peacock feathers. When you end that last note, those peacock feathers are up behind you. Not you're leaning down. You're in that masterclass pose that Dinah Ross does. That's how you end your fucking pose, Cardi. But forget the pose. The whole thing was a disaster. I'm not going to even slide her that she was lip syncing, you see, because, but I will say I was surprised that she was lip syncing because the Grammys always had a policy of no lip sync. Like, because they don't play around with popularity and shit. The Grammys have always been about artistry and true artistic accomplishment. You understand? But because the selection to pick from now is devoid of any real talent, they are going to clearly are changing their rules. They're changing their rules. Listen, you go back to I'll just go back to because it seems like you always have this happen. You have an artist come on the scene two artists come on the scene at the same time. One is commercially successful, the other one is artistically has an artistic integrity, and they always end up winning the Grammy. Cyndi Lauper and Madonna come out about the same time. Cyndi Lauper gets the critical acclaim, not Madonna. Fast forward, Britney Spears was ruling the entire planet. Christina Aguilera had one single out, Genie in a Bottle. And it was last minute because she thought that the cutoff time had already passed when the single was released. The Grammy for Best New Artist went to Christina Aguilera because she can fucking sing. You understand? Michael Jackson's Bad album was the biggest thing. The only thing that could eclipse it was Thriller. And they gave the fucking Grammy to the fucking Joshua Tree, U2, that year. And Michael sat in the fucking audience with his red blazer on, the black armband, and the perfect hair that I loved on him, and looked devastated and tired. Because Michael was, because the Joshua Tree was artistically, had more critical, integrity to it than the Bad album. The Bad album is a pop album. It's commercial. It's pop. You see, still brilliant, you know, and all that. It's Michael Jackson. Of course, it's fantastic, but the critical acclaim. You see, this is how Tracy Chapman ends up with a Grammy. This is how Bobby McFerrin ends up with a fucking Grammy for "Don't Worry, Be Happy" and shit like that. It's critical acclaim and artistry. Can you play an instrument? Can you sing? Those types of things, you know. So I can imagine a scenario for you, you know, a few years back where a Cardi B wouldn't have even been at the Grammys. But there she is, on stage, doing a non-exciting performance. There was nothing extraordinary in her performance at all. If I have one compliment, it would be to the choreographer, because a lot of the lines with the dancers were just so on point that I couldn't deny it. Shout out to the choreographer. In fact, I even said that out loud as we were watching. I was like, shout out to the choreographer on that. But other than that, there was nothing else to see or hear. I was over it. I was over it. And then when she won her award, she's exactly what I know she is. A scared little girl who is terrified. And that was a plea for, please just, can somebody just see me for me? Ironic, because everybody said, oh, we love Cardi because she's so real. Fuck that. There's real people out there. And there's been other people that were real, quote unquote, that were artists, and they're saying is real, you know. So miss me with that. You know, she's a scared little girl who can't articulate a full sentence. She's not intellectual. She's not been to school. She's a bad example for our young girls because here she is having a baby, and then this motherfucker who's supposed to be her dude chews his fucking gum like he's grazing on fucking grass, and he just looks like that's all the type of dude that she would get. Girls like that get that type of dude. That's all you got. You understand? You're not going to get the Barack Obamas or the Jedis of the world. It's not going to happen. Or any dudes worth their salt who are real men, who there is a substantial future for you to grow you as a person in this journey, this arc from life, from birth to death. You understand? It's more than just a good feeling and being famous. A human soul needs to be fulfilled in all their expression and growth. So I'm over it. This is no shade against her. This is just an accurate identification of who she is and what she is. She was emotional on that stage because she's someone who's caught up in a cyclone of fame right now. Everybody's screaming her name. Everybody's screaming her name. And good for her. I always love to see young people like get it this good at this young. Like, go girl. I feel you. But I'm saying she's caught up in this tornado of fame. And she is being told what to do. She and all the people around her are very seasoned and very good at this. You understand? They've been doing it for many, many years. And they're getting every coin out of her that they can. And for her, quite frankly. You know, I'm sure she's not getting all that she should be getting. Some money is being shaved off somewhere. No question. But my point is that she's not sophisticated enough to even know the business end of what she's doing. And she's all over the place. She's here, she's there. She's getting little sleep, I'm sure. Because this goes... It's a fast world, everybody. It's a fast world in that business. It's fast. It's very fast. And I saw a girl standing up there who was tired, worn down, beaten, and she felt disconnected from the world. And she was literally had more words in her heart than she could say out of her mouth. She was desperate. Desperate. She needs people to, can you just see me? Does anybody see what I'm going through? It's like she's going through it. In fact, I think she mentioned like I had to get this album and I had to do that, whatever she was saying. I don't know. Anyways, she's way overhyped. You know what I'm saying? Glad to see, like I say, glad she's a young person getting a coin. But let's not be like she's some amazing artist that everybody should be screaming about. You know, when you start hearing people over fucking 50 and shit talking about I just love Cardi, then you know you're being assaulted by a hype machine. You know, Sherry Shepherd, I think she's 50 or 60, whatever the bitch is. There she was, filling in for Wendy, and there she was. But it was Cardi B for me. No, for what, bitch? For what? How? How? You see? Because everybody's being told this is the hype thing. Before her, I was hearing the name SZA. I always know when it's a hype, so I couldn't tell you a single song by SZA. I would not identify her. Would not identify her in a lineup. Then she disappeared. Then I began to hear I began to hear this Cardi B name. I only saw a picture of her when she was at the Met Gala, and I zoomed in on the picture, and everything I just told you about her is what I got from her eyes when I saw the picture of her at the Met Gala. I go, this is a scared little girl who doesn't have any idea what the fuck is going on or what she's doing. She has no idea. No idea. And then she confirmed that when I saw her on the stage. And I only watched her performance at the Grammys because I'm like, okay, now I'll finally get a chance to see what she does. Maybe she will impress me. Maybe I will see something that I can identify. I can say, okay, that's what the hype is about. But it fell flat and it failed. There was nothing that was impressive to the Jedi. Nothing. Nothing at all. Nothing. And so whatever. All right. So let us not be so over the top for people. You know, most people don't know excellence. You know, and like I say, the bar has been lowered so much now that people are mistaking mediocrity for excellence, and that's what I see with the whole Cardi B syndrome and debacle or whatever I want to call it. You know, like I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. Let us move on. And for the first part of her performance, I was like, she got to take something off. I had my nephew cracking up on the phone. Cause she got to take something off. She got to take something off. J-Lo is never on a fucking award show stage with clothes on. That can't happen. She has to have on the fucking one piece like Beyonce. And sure enough, they snatched that off. And she was classic J-Lo. You know, she did her thing that she does, but it's just she should have been doing it on this. Oh wait, people who could have done the Motown tribute: Gladys Knight, Stevie Wonder, Patti LaBelle, Jennifer Hudson, Tina Turner, or practically anyone else. Hashtag Grammy. J-Lo better not salsa her way to the cookout because she is uninvited to for that terrible performance. How do you do a Motown tribute without an all-black cast of artists? And it's Black History Month too? I know, that's also the insult of it all. You know? But as long as you got these black motherfuckers like this who don't have the heart of the lion, you know what I'm saying? We need warriors. You understand? We need soldiers in these spaces, everybody. You need somebody like me in spaces like this. I can't speak for nobody else, sadly. You need people like me in spaces like this who will fucking represent our people right the fuck now. Fuck all this kumbaya shit. All the fucking peace shit always equals us giving up something. Us pulling our asshole apart. You understand what I'm saying? It's always us. That's what peace always equals. It's never somebody else gives in or makes way or moves a path for us. It always is us, goddammit, and I'm sick of it. We're moving on. Now, this is not going to be any good for me either because it's just more continuation of that. You know? Monique was recently also on The Real. And I was like, oh, Monique's back on TV. You know? And I was proud for her, because sadly, I know what it's like to be in the eye of the storm. And the only reason why you're there is because you dared to represent the truth. That's the story of my life. That's the story of my life. I need you to really hear that, because that is my ultimate connection to her on this whole thing. I know it. You see? And because truth is so valuable to me and it's not something I'm ever compromising, you need to get with the program or you need to get the fuck away from me. You see? This is why I have not spoken to my goddamn family in 10 years. Because truth is optional to them. They don't have the same character as me. I'm not belittling myself for nobody. Give a fuck if you my family even. That's how serious the shit is to me, everybody. I need you to really hear that. I need you to really hear that. You know, I'm the baby of 9, and then there's my half baby sister. But why am I the one always having to, my whole life, lecture everybody else and corral everybody into righteousness? All y'all bitches are older than me. You should be telling me. You see? But you not only have a problem with truth, but then you have a problem with me telling it. Fuck all of y'all. Forever. You see? And they're all Christian. Let me add that shit too. Weak, fake-ass black Christians. Oh my God. Monique to Steve Harvey. We lost the integrity worrying about the money. When I heard that, and I got my entire existence, everybody. Oh my God. I saw my own birth. I saw my own birth. I saw my own birth. So I think I want to play a couple of things from her, from their exchange, and then we'll get into this article. Yeah, that's how I want to do it. That's the ticket. I'll do it, I tell you. I'll do it, I tell you. I'll do it. You see? I'll do it. Now, this is going to be a little unconventional, everybody, because I could not find a clip that I felt comfortable using. But this dude has the clip in his video. So we're going to have to squint to see it, but we can at least hear it, and that's what's most important, so we can talk about it. All right. Let me get to my first marker. Let's see. Now, this is quintessential, everybody, because, and sad. Let's see, we need 6:15. We'll do it at 14 just to be safe. All right. Because it's in real time. The problem I have with this, one of the problems, is that they are having this conversation in public where white people can hear it. I don't like that. I don't like that. I really fucking hate that. You know? It's kind of like, how would you feel if you were speaking, maybe you're in a prayer room or something, you're speaking out loud to God, your deepest prayer, or your most sacred conversation or something with somebody, and you found out somebody had taped that or was listening, without your knowledge or something, or just forget if it was with or without your knowledge, just that somebody else heard that. You feel me? So that's what I don't like about the bullshit. But we're gonna deal with this. Hear this first exchange. What's my house volume now? Okay, that should be good. Oh, but well, let's see. All right, let's see.
Got it on the other end.
We can't cure darkness with more darkness.
What we can do is cure it with comedy. And what I'm not going to do, Steve, I'm never ever going to waver from my comedy show on that stage. That's my gift.
Wait, let's see it from the top. 6:15. Hear this. Like I said, you can see the video here, but just barely hear this now.
We can't cure darkness with more darkness.
We can't cure darkness with more darkness. That is the oldest, tiredest thing in the book. This whole, you don't fight violence with violence, that's exactly what the fuck you do. You understand? Or whatever they bringing at you, that's what the fuck you give back. Otherwise, you will remain in the same tired-ass predicament that you've always been in. When they fight fucking brush fires, they go out and they start backfires. They fight fire with fire, literally. Again, like I say, peace always looks like us taking it up the ass in some kind of way. We gotta move over and yield or get out the way or sacrifice or give up or give in. I'm over that shit. I'm over it. I'm over it. On my mama's grave, I'm over it. May she rest peacefully. Oh my God, I can't. But let's hear this now.
What we can do is cure it with comedy. And what I'm not going to do, Steve, I'm never ever going to waver from my comedy show on that stage. That's my gift. And that's my freedom. And what happens is when you allow people to start taking your freedom and your gift and making it become what makes them comfortable.
And say that again, Monique. Say that again. Because you can insert another metaphor there, but the principle is still the same. Hear that. When you let people say it.
Is when you allow people to start taking your freedom.
When you allow people to start taking your freedom.
And your gift and make.
And your gift. And making it
become what makes them comfortable.
And making it become what makes them comfortable. You see? Fuck all of that. We gotta stop giving up and giving in and compromising and appeasing and shit. We gotta put our fucking foot down and be ready to defend that with our life. We gotta be over the footsies. See this.
We then lose. When you call.
We then lose, she says.
Called me with the morning show on the phone. I said to you, Steve, I'm this. And y'all know I did nothing wrong. Y'all know my husband did nothing wrong. But none of y'all in real time, was strong enough.
I love it. This is so, I'm telling you all, this is better than sex for me. Because it is the truth and it's being allowed. That was the thing I did like about it, even though I hate that it's in fucking public. But that, because then I wouldn't be able to see it. So it's a little selfish. But she's looking him directly in the eye and telling the fucking truth and calling to account. Let's take it from the top again. God damn it.
We can't cure darkness with more darkness.
What we can do is cure it with comedy. And what I'm not going to do, Steve, I'm never ever going to.
Like I said, what I'm not going to do, I'm never ever
waver from my comedy show on that stage. That's my gift. And that's my freedom. And what happens is when you allow people to start taking your freedom and your gift and making it become what makes them comfortable, we then lose. When you called me with the morning show on the phone, I said to you, Steve, I'm this. And y'all know I did nothing wrong. Y'all know my husband did nothing wrong.
See, and this has been, I'm so glad for her too, because this is vindication. Because she was naming him, and she was naming Oprah, and she was naming Tyler, and she was naming, you see what I'm saying? Now she's sitting right in front of him saying the exact same shit she's been telling all of us for the last ever, and he's not refuting it. So her soul gets peace from this. Do you understand? Her soul gets peace from this. And that's why I love this for her as well. Let's go on.
But none of y'all in real time.
None of y'all in real time were strong enough.
In real time, was strong enough to go publicly and say, we can't throw our sister under the bus.
Because Mo, listen to me.
Now, then he stops it there. I got these timestamps there so that, well, you can just hear him a little bit. Might as well as I'm using this fucking video.
I understand that sentiment, and I get where she's coming from, and I get that kind of frustration. But
see, I get, but only thing that's gonna follow but is bullshit. The only thing you're supposed to acknowledge there and be in love with is the truth. That's it. There is no but, everybody. He's the perfect example. Now, she just laid all that out. Let me just let you hear a little bit of him. She's laid all that out. And hear what he says.
We can't throw our sister under the bus.
Because Mo, listen to me.
But again, I understand that sentiment, and I get where she's coming from.
I understand that sentiment, and I understand where she's coming from. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you do, you adopt and accept that. And acknowledge it. Because, let me give you an analogy. I see that $1 million in cash laying there in that attaché case that nobody owns, and it's just laying here in the wilderness and nobody. But what I'm doing is I'm on my walk. No, your ass will go over there and get that fucking $1 million in cash. Don't tell me shit else. And this is worth more than $1 million in cash. So don't tell me I see your sentiment. I get that, but no, I want to hear shit you gotta say. You know what I'm saying? And stop breathing if you can.
And I get that kind of frustration, but I think
not a goddamn thing. We're moving to the next timestamp. We're over your bitch ass. This is the problem, everybody. Like I say, when it comes to the truth, you don't get an opinion. There's only one way. And if you're not on that way, we don't have time for you at all. Man, woman, or goddamn child, family, friend, or foe. No time. If you want shit you never had before, you gotta do shit you never did before, everybody. That's the formula for success on any and everything on the earth. So, you gotta stop doing what you've been doing. No more refuge for those who do not believe, talk, and speak the way that we know they need to be talk, thinking, and speaking. Period. Because if there's a fire, nobody says, well, we don't want to put it out. And then you have other people saying, well, we should probably use water. And other people saying, no, I think they should maybe let it burn for an hour and then put it out. And then some other bitch saying something else. No, fuck all that. The right thing to do is to put the fucking fire out. Anybody saying anything else needs to take the bitch ass someplace and stop breathing. That's what I'm trying to communicate to you. You see? Everybody only wants to change up how they feel and start getting opinions and shit when the truth is fucking blazing and gleaming and burning right in their face. I reject that from all humanity, wherever I exist and breathe and witness that. Forever. You're goddamn you got to say. There is no but. Now, let's see this next little piece. 953.
We fighting two wars here.
What war?
There's two wars.
I like she goes, what war? And then accentuated it with the hand movement like, I really don't understand what you just said to me. I love that. 953. We'll go 52. Just for the lead in. 51, fine. Whatever.
I'd assume so. But it continues.
We fighting two wars here.
What war?
There's two wars. It's what your issue is, and it's what the perception of the issue is.
Hear this. What your issue is, and what the perception of the issue is. What I tell you in my opener, the truth is the only fucking thing that matters. You understand? And that's what you yield to. That's what you bow down to. That's what you prostrate and give in to, submit to, is the fucking truth. What is the truth of it? So we're not concerned about perceptions, because a perception is just another fucking denial of the truth. That's all it is. Let's walk outside. Let's look up. It's cloudy. Okay. What's there to have a perception about? Either it is or it is not. There is no but and perceptions and nah. You see, that's why I would say there's not two sides to a story, everybody. There's truth and there's bullshit. That's all there is. Stop adopting these little sayings, because how you think and speak is how you relate and react. So if you say that, you think that, you believe, then you act that. There are not two sides to a story. There's the truth and there's bullshit. That's it. That's it. There's the issue and there's the perception of the issue. No. Hear this.
Of the issue is, and the narrative has changed.
See, I'm hearing what you're saying, baby, and I agree.
Wait. 953.
We're fighting two wars here.
What war?
Just two wars. It's what your issue is, and it's what the perception of the issue is, and the narrative has changed.
See, I'm hearing what you're saying, baby, and I agree with it when the narrative changes. But if all of y'all said, this is the only issue I have with it, baby, when all of y'all said privately.
See? He's saying it's the issue. It's the issue you haven't, which is the only thing we should be fucking talking about. And it's the perception of the issue. No. And then she says, what I have an issue with is what all y'all said privately. Let's lead into it.
And I agree with it when the narrative changes. But if all of y'all said, this is the only issue I have with it, baby, when all of y'all said privately, to include Oprah. All of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth.
Think about that statement. We can't tell the truth to massa. You see, the casualty of war here is the fucking truth, everybody. It's the first casualty. That's why don't shit ever fucking change for nobody, and don't shit ever get done. I don't care what the issue is, from politics to school to social issues to a couple to child rearing. It doesn't matter. The moment you fucking take truth as something that's optional, you will always have problems in your life. And you hear what we just said? When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the consequences of the truth. Fuck him. That's when she should have took her heel off and beat him to the fucking death over his fucking head with it. Cause you just saying right there, well, we don't really care about what's right. So if you just end up fucked, we don't really give a fuck, cause we can't tell no truth to master. You see? Hear that.
But if all of y'all said,
if all of y'all had just said the shit.
Is the only issue I have with it, baby. When all of y'all said privately, to include Oprah, all of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth.
So we couldn't say that you didn't do nothing wrong. We know you didn't do nothing wrong, but we couldn't say you didn't do nothing wrong, because we'd have to suffer the repercussions of telling the truth that you didn't do nothing wrong. So we had to throw you under the bus and into the river and tie fucking cinder blocks to your fucking throat so you'd sink and never float ever again. We had to. Because massa is more important to us. Because we're fake ass black Christians. I got shows I gotta do. Massa like me, even with my fucking eternal fucking chapped top lip and my bullshit ass fucking grin. Massa like me. He throw me the best food out the house when they finish their plate. Massa want me do this show. We can't tell the truth about you. We gotta fuck up your life, Monique. Why don't you understand this? We have to fuck up your life. Why can't you get over it? Huh? We don't want to talk about 400 years of fucking slavery and free labor and how you built this bitch. Why can't you just get over it and you reverse racism and now racism just everywhere and we're just attacked and it's reverse racism. We just can't. All this shit derives from denial of truth, everybody. It is the first casualty. It is the first casualty in a society built on lies, deception, and fucking evil. throw that truth out first. First, get rid of it. Throw that out first. We don't want that. We almost had truth. We can't have that. You see?
Of the issue is
healthcare should be a right, not a privilege. Well, you're a socialist. We can't have socialists. You tell the truth about that. We can't have truth. That's a socialist. And wait, look at what she did about criminal justice when she was in an all-black city where that's the only people she would have been prosecuting. And quick, get that truth out of there.
and the narrative has changed.
The narrative, give a fuck. What's the truth of it? What's the truth of it? We're not interested in perceptions and narratives. That's why I tell you, you got to come back to what is the truth of it. Whatever it is. What is the truth of it? What is the truth of it? What is the truth of it?
And what you're saying, baby, and I agree with it when the narrative changes. But if all of y'all said, this is the only issue I have with it, baby, when all of y'all said privately, to include Oprah, all of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth.
I have to pause it every time he says that, just so that sticks on your mind. When you tell the truth, you got to deal with the repercussions of the truth. So it's easier to just keep on fucking lying, which is way more work. Because you got to remember the lie you told before to cover up this lie. Which lie did I tell to who? Then you got to have Monique on your show when you could just told the fucking truth about her then. You see? We can't have all this truth out there, everybody. We just can't have it. No, we can't have that. Let's hear that and go on.
All of y'all said privately, I've done nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth.
Now I'll let it play again. I'll let it go on. I just anytime I play that, I have to stop it right when he says that phrase so that it sticks to your brain. So that you can evaluate your own character. Are you a truth denier? Are you one of these fucked up black people that's making the world more difficult for me? To change the character of my people because you're forwarding that bullshit? And are you disgusted by his statement? I want answers.
We black out here.
We black out here. Massa gonna get us. Do you see? There's no other way to interpret that. There's no other way to interpret that. And he sounds just like a slave. So you look like a slave and you sound the fuck just like this is right out of a fucking any slave movie. Quick cue production with the water bottle. They come in, they spray my neck. Because you always have to have a sweaty neck. You gotta have that sweaty neck, everybody. You cannot be in this movie if you don't have a sweaty neck. You have to have a sweaty neck. So cue water. Alright, they're spraying my neck. Okay, that's too much. Alright, they spritz my neck. Alright. Then you say this line. Weez is a family. And Weez is gonna stay a family. And scene. You see? Now you heard that. Now hear this.
Nothing wrong.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here.
Cue sweaty neck. Bring in the water bottle. We need spritzing. We need spritzing on the actor. Bring in we need sweaty neck. Huh? See that slavery scene. The sweaty neck. And hear this.
When you tell the truth, you have to deal with the repercussions of the truth. We black out here.
Who did not see the sweaty neck? Who did not see it? Who did not see the sweaty neck slave? Who didn't see it? With the tattered clothes, and it's at night. You see what I'm saying? A lantern light. You see what I'm saying? A close-up. You see what I'm saying? Sweaty neck, everybody. Sweaty neck. Let's go on.
We can't.
Which is some.
Okay, that's where that went. And then I gotta go to the next 1258. We'll do it at 54, so there's a lead in for his bitch ass. 950. Okay, 1258, 1326.
Attention, so I have sympathy for Monique in that regard, a little bit.
See, a little bit. I don't know what he's saying. He's mumbling and he's gurgling, and I'm over him.
Come out here and do it any kind of way we want to.
We can't come out here and do it any way we want to. This man's a plantation. Huh? You would, if you didn't see this and you never saw this and I just was telling you, think I was making this up. I'm giving it to you in real time, everybody. In real time. This man's a plantation. Who didn't hear that? What's the timestamp again? 1258. Let's hear that from the top. This man's a plantation. That's what I heard.
A little bit.
Come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me.
This man's a plantation. We just can't do what we want. We as a family, we's gonna stay a family. But this here, remember the first roots? This mass of grits. You want grits, Toby? This mass of grits. Huh? You can't hear shit else in this clip but that. If you hear anything else, you are a problem. And we will request kindly that you stop breathing. If you could just do that for us, if you could just accommodate us, you see? We'll start at 1258 and go on. This massive plantation!
Even for Monique in that regard, a little bit.
Come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is. That's so damaging. Because white folks only hear what they want to hear, and they don't understand that we are a dynamic people and we have to play layers. In their mind, that was, aha, see, her husband's really a thug. That whole other thing is just an act. No, all of that is Sydney. But their white ass won't understand that. You understand? Remember, these are people who can't even stand in the sun, everybody. They can't even hear rhythm or feel it. They certainly can hear what the fuck you saying when you speak. That doesn't end in they're wonderful and perfect. And that everything's fine. You see? They're the first enemies of the truth. Its greatest adversary. An enemy. Redundant, but damn it, I need an adversary and enemy. Don't question me. Your husband can't come out here. He got to be just like Fiddler told Kunta Kinte. You got to do what Massa say. Remember they said, Fiddler, you go in there and you break that nigger. You go there and you break that nigger. Fiddler, you go. And this is exactly the shit Fiddler was saying to fucking Kunta Kinte and the Roots, everybody. Stop this video when I lie. And never listen to me again. Because I am in love with the truth. What you hear in my passion and my tone is my love of the truth, damn it. And anytime it's under assault or a threat, this is how you speak. If you're speaking any other way, you are a problem. Certain shit requires a certain fucking response, god damn it. Hear this.
come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing, we got to flex a different way. We
got to flex a different way. No, go and sit at the Woolworths counter. Go and do a sit-in at such and such. Let massa beat on you. Don't fight back. We're going to win with love. When that police officer shoots your son down the street, don't you go get your fucking arsenal and come down there and blow up the whole fucking precinct. Go out and call for justice. Tell them you want an investigation, better training, and body cams and shit. You see? When their alleged attack happened on fucking 9/11, they didn't say, we just have to love the world. There's just going to be bad people, and we just have to love them anyway. Nah, that fucking lying ass white devil stood on that shit and said everybody that fucking knows about the shit is going to hear from us. Even though they had done the shit themselves, but we're going to go with the lie. Is going to hear from us. Not no love, because that's how they handle everything, is with fucking retaliation and fucking violence, bitch. But yet he sits here and tells your husband can't beat a man that he can't beat no man. He got to be a punk bitch like me. You got to come out here and swoon on these white women every day and act like you care about their fucking issues and shit. Till you get a fucking piece of paper. Oh my God, where is my punch? I can't. Your husband need to go and wear some tight suits, and he need to get some blonde streaks in his hair and be more feminine so he can be LBGT. And that's what he can't come out here being no man, Monique. Massa may think he actually has a penis, and Massa don't like that. Massa don't like when you know you got a bigger Johnson than him. You's gonna get us beat. Stop the video when I lie.
A little bit.
come out here and do it any kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing, we got to flex a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game.
This the money game, said the black Christian, whose character will always be inferior to that of the Muslim, who only fears the one that created them and is only seeking the grace of Allah after this life and not a fucking coin in this bitch. You understand? So our outlook is vastly different than yours. You understand? Your principles are lined up all fucked up. Our ducks are in a goddamn row. Period. Truth is optional. It's optional. The Muslim fears Allah. We can't lie. Because we understand we will be tortured in our fucking grave and we will not receive paradise. But you don't know anything about that. Because, I forgot, my assistant, I'm being told in my ear, I've just been told in my ear, just got this memo and I've been told in my ear that Christ died for you. So that, I apologize. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was thinking. I forgot you had that personal credit card that you could just whip out, after all your life of sin and pursuing a coin and throwing your sister under a bus and all of it. I forgot you're in the money game, but that doesn't matter because Christ, this is just coming in now, and this is a new earpiece I'm wearing, but I'm just hearing now. It's coming over the wire now from my assistant who's telling me that in fact Christ did die for your sins. So I stand corrected, everybody. End of video. This is the Jedi. I'll see you soon. Okay, fine. This the money game. Massa gonna let me fight chickens. I don't hear shit else.
Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really.
It's bad enough you disrespecting your sister and admitting your fucking egregious act against her, but now you're gonna attack her husband. A real black man. A real black man who has all my respect. And I'm sure Sydney's not perfect. Of course he's not. On this issue, on this, he has my utmost respect. You understand? My utmost respect. And I would personally wash that brother's feet my damn self. Because that is a high honor. This man, I've never seen anything but an example when he stands next to this woman. My God. He's worthy for his woman to call him daddy if she chooses. Wow. And they've been friends since they were 14 years old. Back up, Steve. You and your fucking suit.
He is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flex
out here on Master Plantation, that flexing.
Gotta flex a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game.
This the money game.
The black man's game. This ain't the white man's game.
Wait, see, you see what I'm saying? Because if he say this ain't the black man's game, then that by default that means it's the white man's game. So he can't disrespect massa. So you gotta use that levitational, flotational, hovering language I'm always telling you about. Hear that exchange again? It's not the black man's game and it's not the white man's game. But your husband can come out here. It's nobody's game, but your husband can come out here for the sake of and act like he do for the sake of money. We had to lie on you for the sake of money. Not because of massa, but because of money. Hear this bullshit. Black ass Christians, die off.
It's a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game.
This the money game.
This ain't the black man's game.
That should be into your statement.
This ain't the white man's game.
Oh, because we run the Federal Reserve, everybody. I forgot to tell you. I don't know why I didn't mention this at the beginning of the video. I should have opened up with this. We actually run the Federal Reserve. We actually print all the money in this country, and we actually control the economics. And we also are the ones that head up and control Wall Street. I don't know why I forgot to tell you guys that. Damn it, Jedi. Damn it. You're just not being thorough. You're just not being thorough, Jedi. You're just not being thorough. It's not the white man's game. No, because that would piss massa off. So you have to leave it as some unassailable, unaccusable entity. It's right up there with, well, the system broke down. The system failed. There's a bitch to be cussed out that failed. Don't give me system. But he had to say that, because if you say this ain't the black man's game and leave it there, the silence after that would sound like Massa's whip coming at him. So he had to say, and this ain't the white man's game, because we can't blame Massa for nothing. Monique, the whole reason why we in this country is because we swam here on our own. He said that.
Kind of way we want to. Listen to me. Your husband can't be the Sydney that he really is out here.
Let me tell you something.
That flexing, we got to flex a different way. We out here in a game. This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This the money game. But we in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for...
In other words, money is the eternal God. According to this dumb bitch.
More people must not be one of them. You cannot help them.
We're in the money game. But let me tell you what the game is for the money game.
Okay, and then he cuts it there at 26. I'll let you hear him while I get this other.
Which is another brutal thing. You can't help poor people if you're one of them. That's a brutal thing, but it's true. If you're in a minority, and there's not many of us, or even in the US, in the entertainment industry, it's probably not many of them either, even though they influence it.
Okay, you know what? Bite my ass, because the fact of the matter is that only that statement can be true, but it can also have limitations to it. It can have a fucking shelf life. How many fucking shows does Steve Harvey have now, and how many has he had even leading up to this point? You see, you ain't been a poor person for a very long fucking time, Steve. When are you just gonna grow a fucking nutsack and say you're never gonna have all the fucking money in the world, and at some point it's just time to do what the fuck is right and stop worshiping to the god of money? You can't help poor folks if you one of them. Oh my God. I wouldn't believe this myself if somebody told me this. I could imagine it, but I go, he didn't really say that. Come on, he didn't really say that, did he? He didn't really say all that stuff to Monique, did he? Did he really say, come on, man. Come on. I don't think I would believe it.
Brutal thing. You can't help poor people if you're one of them. That's a brutal thing, but it's true.
Wait, if
you're in the minority
game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
But
we in the money game. And you cannot...
But did you hear the applause from the dumb-ass American audience? The white people are clapping because they get to skate off because it's not our fault, you see? And the black folks are clapping because they're dumb fucking Christians. And money is your god, just like it is for your master. That's why you hear the audience clapping. Hear this.
This the money game. This ain't the black man's game. This ain't the white man's game. This is the money game.
But
we in the money game. And you cannot sacrifice yourself. The best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You cannot help them.
We're in the money game. But let me tell you what the game is for the money game.
Wow. 1453. We'll do 52. We'll do 50. We'll hear his lead in.
In the wrong places. So you kind of have to play both games on both ends. I understand what Steve Harvey's saying.
Like this.
Nah. You're going to always understand what Steve Harvey is saying because you are like-minded. You understand? I see what Steve Harvey's saying. You say the same thing if Oprah was saying the shit and she's worth $7 billion and that was in 2006. Who knows what the bitch is worth now? We know that she owns no less than 2 private jets. Thank you, please. Right. This right. We're going to be 1453. Let me come back a little bit. Going into this now. Hear this clip.
One thing that they don't want to do is get people upset in the wrong places. So you kind of have to play both games on both ends.
See? He's saying the same thing. He's a black fucking slave. One thing you don't want to do is upset massa. That's what he's essentially saying. Let's hear this bitch. Let me get his ass too. God damn it.
Right? You have to kind of play the game on both ends, but then you have to realize that in the end, it's not a personal thing.
Look at that. So all fucking culture and legacy, all that shit out the window. As I said, niggas will do anything for a coin. You are beneath me. You are beneath me. Hear this bitch.
Attention they can garner, and now they're trying to bring all of that power, all of that influence, all that infrastructure back inside the community, right? They're trying to get it all back in-house. But of course, with that, it means you have to circumnavigate these kind of dicey waters, right? You have to kind of play the game on both ends. But then
no, you've already got enough coin. You go and start your own shit. Then you don't have to answer no fucking body. How about that? Whoever he's fucking trying to be.
You have to realize that in the end,
somebody name this bitch. Who is he, y'all? Who is he? Some type of name, goddammit.
It's not a personal thing. It's just where the money lies. Where the money lies is where decisions get made.
Is this Wyclef? Is this PM Don? Who is this? What are my eyes being assaulted by? What is this that's burning my retina? What's going on?
Because whoever's kind of approving the checks is trying to keep a job.
See?
Whoever's trying to...
Again, morality, the truth, righteousness, God, everything goes out the window with a coin. Goes right out the window. Nothing matters. Everybody, except for the Jedi, has a price. And will always sell their ass for a fucking coin. You understand? Wow.
scout the talent is trying to keep a job. So the one thing that they don't want to do is get people upset in the wrong places. So
don't want to get people upset in the wrong places. You don't want to get master upset. See, people, he's using those levitational, flotational, fucking hovering words. Just say you don't want to upset fucking white people. Say it!
So you kind of have to play both games on both ends. I understand what Steve Harvey's saying.
Like this.
Before the money game, it's called the integrity game.
Boom. My girl. My girl. Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. Period.
And we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
But Mo,
We've lost the integrity worrying about the money. And what I say, the only thing that follows but is bullshit. But Mo.
Wait a minute.
if
Wait
I
a minute.
crumble,
If you
my
crumble-
children crumble.
Huh? Bitch, you've made enough money, Steve. Let's see how much is this bitch worth. If I crumble, my children crumble. As if you're only working that job at McDonald's. You've only been there for 2 weeks. You see, after being homeless for 5 years, then you say that. Then you say that, man, I can't get you a job yet. I'm just here 2 weeks. We just got on our feet from being homeless. You see, then you could work with that. Because you could see, well, you need more time so you could pull me up. Okay, I got you. Wait till I'm here. Let me at least get through my first 30 days. You see me? I feel you. You see? But don't give me this shit. If I crumble, my children crumble. He's about to name all of humanity is going to crumble. See how much this bitch is worth. What is Steve Harvey's net worth?
According to YouTube, Steve Harvey net worth and salary. Steve Harvey is an American actor, comedian, TV host, radio host, and author who has a net worth of $140 million.
$140 fucking million. Set your bald-headed slave bitch ass the fuck down. And drop dead. Oh my God. By the way, that's the net worth, everybody. That's after taxes and responsibilities. You feel what I'm saying? That ain't the gross. So the gross is always more than the net. That's your take-home pay. Is $140 million goddamn dollars. If I crumble, my children crumble. For what? For when? Oh my God. I can't. You know, it's like these NBA players. I always hear people say, "Well, they say they got to take care of their family." Bitch, you do a fucking you get signed and you play out one fucking season, and you've made enough money to make a goddamn difference. Walk your bitch ass on someplace.
Bobby saying.
Like this.
Before the money game, it's called the integrity game. And we've lost the integrity worrying about the money.
But Mo,
And wait a minute.
if
wait
I
a minute.
crumble,
If you
my
crumble-
children crumble, my grandchildren crumble. I cannot, for the sake of my integrity, stand up here and let everybody that's counting on me crumble so I can make a statement. There are ways to win the war in a different way.
Which I
Think about that. Meanwhile, he said he can't stand up here for the sake of integrity. Meanwhile, Dr. King was preaching the exact opposite. No, don't fight they and slaughter they bitch ass and turn dogs and hoes on them like they're doing to you, so that you can keep your integrity. Because love is the only thing that can drive out hate, and light is the only thing that can drive out darkness and all that vomit. You need to do what's in your fucking belly. I punch you, what's the first thing you gonna do? What's the first thing your fucking heart tells you to do? Don't play with me. Don't approach. Don't approach. But That's all he played of the clip in his video, everybody. But now I want you to see after he just said all of that,
I think I'm gonna take this video off and talk about it.
And shouted her down for all fucking humanity. Hear the hypocrisy of this bitch. Roll the clip.
Alright, I just heard about the horrible incident that happened with our little brother Jesse Smollett. And I've listened to a lot of people's words, and I don't have all that eloquent stuff to say. I just want to say this to little brother Jesse, that as a black man in this country, that I'm down with you. And I know a lot of brothers that's down with you. This ain't about sexual preference or nothing. This is about coming to the aid of another brother that has tasted the brutality of hatred, racism, and bigotry. So we down with you, Jesse Smollett. However you want to handle this, we down with you. This is not a call for violence or anything, so don't misunderstand it. I just don't have all the words everybody else get. We down with you, soldier. We just want you to know that. Your OG is down with you. Man, we're going to pray for you, brother. Right on.
Did you hear that vomit? Did you hear that? Now the Jedi will do the dissertation and tell you what you actually just fucking heard. You understand? He just shouted his sister down and admitted his collusion in her downfall with Oprah and Tyler and Lee fucking bitch ass Daniels and all of it. We in the money game. Your man can't come out here and act like himself. We can't make Massa mad. If I come out here, my whole family crumble. We can't do shit for the sake of dignity. Huh? But he brings his bitch ass on here. That's why I tell you, this LBGT bullshit is a danger to us. Because they're trying to equate non-suffrage with a whole fucking history of suffering. I'm going to prove that in the fucking Jussie Smollett video. We'll bring their numbers, their data. But this is the video your bitch ass should have made for your sister when she was calling for the boycott of Netflix or anything she was going to call for. You should have stood with her in solidarity simply because she is your sister and her cause was just. But hear this now, the hypocrisy. Just screamed his sister down and told her there's no way we can make Massa mad and we can't piss off and we can't. Now, he comes with this.
Alright, I just heard about the horrible incident.
And he just heard about it. This is not he went on his radio show or his fucking game show or his talk show or he went at a press conference. He just heard about it and whipped his phone out. It's meant so much to him. I just heard about this. He looks like some bullshit. He hasn't been through hair and makeup and wardrobe. He's in a fucking pulley or a fucking goddamn it hoodie or some bullshit. He just heard of it, everybody. It's that important. Hear this.
It happened with our little brother Jesse.
With our little brother. Not our little sister. Who asked us to join her for Netflix. No. We've heard about our little brother.
Smollett. And I've listened to a lot of people's words.
Wait.
And I've listened to a lot of people's words.
He's listened to a lot of people's words. Huh? But we had a lot of words. A lot of people had a lot of words. Trying to support our sister. You understand? I still don't have Netflix to this fucking day. Let's take it back. So we can hear the fucking hypocrisy dripping from his fucking penis-sucking ass lips.
Heard about the horrible incident that happened with our little brother Jesse Smollett.
The horrible incident.
And I've listened to a lot of people's words.
In other words, Massa, this is something Massa gave me the okay on.
I don't have all that eloquent stuff to say.
I don't have all the eloquent stuff to say. I only have what Master told me I could say. Because remember, you can't get out here. This is the money game. So I can only say what Master has allowed me to say. I don't have the sophisticated words because I'm just a dumb bitch with no real intellect. I'm certainly not fucking profound and fucking deep. So I only have what Master has allowed me to say.
Listen to a lot of people's words, and I don't have all that eloquent stuff to say. I just want to say this to little brother Jesse.
Little brother Jesse. Jussie. Little brother Jussie, huh? And his bitch ass is saying Jesse, quite frankly.
Yes, to little brother Jesse.
He's saying Jesse. So he can't even get his fucking name right. But I want to say our little brother Jesse.
I just want to say this to little brother Jesse, that as a black man.
As a black man. So that money game is out the window, everybody. Throw that out. Because this is not the money game no more. Now it's as a black man. You see? Not your sister was morally and factually and profoundly correct in her calling you to account with the others for throwing her ass under the bus and blacklisting her. But that's the money game. Huh? But now it's as a black man.
That as a black man in this country.
In this country now, y'all. But wait, this is the money game, Steve. Huh? Because your sister was trying to tell you that already. But you was already saying, and this, you can't come out here. Your husband can't come out here and act like that. We can't do this on Master Plantation. Now it's as a black man in this country.
Little brother Jesse. That as a black man in this country, that I'm down with you.
I'm down with you. Oh my God, I could vomit through my nose. I'm down with you. Your sister needed you to just fucking tell the truth. She wasn't asking for a coin. She didn't need you to send her a ride. You ain't got to send her a plate. Your sister was asking you to just fix your fucking bitch ass mouth to tell the truth. And you couldn't. And now you're down for Jesse. Bite me. Because now you got to be interracial and you got to be gay. You see? That's the new transcending black. We'll create another race of people. They'll be different. You see? Because that's what they're building to. Do you understand they're already on the census, as I've been preaching to you forever, but now they've done something that proves my point and buttresses what I've told you before. Because I told you that white people are the fucking minority in this bitch and have been forever. For a very long time. I brought you proof with Dr. Mustafa Hefni, who's blacker than my fucking do-rag, has been in this country for generations. And they won't, he's a black Muslim Egyptian, and they won't let him declare himself black. On paper, he is white. He's lost jobs, he's been blacklisted and everything because he's been petitioning various administrations. That's how long he's been here. To allow him to declare himself black. They won't let him do it. I've told you, I personally know Arabs who their identification says they're white. You understand? But then I also told you about Latinos. I said that there's a thing on and you even see it on paperwork, non-black Hispanic or non-white Hispanic. And I've said to you, then by default that means there must be a white Hispanic. You remember that? Now, peep this new information. There used to be Hispanic, non-white Hispanic, and Latino. They've gotten rid of Latino now on the census. Hear this, my people. They've gotten rid of Latino. So now you either got to declare yourself Hispanic or white Hispanic, or black Hispanic or white Hispanic. You see? And what fucking box do you think Latinos are going to pick? So suddenly the number of whites goes up exponentially and keeps to make up for their dramatic loss that they're experiencing every fucking day. Because I've also brought you the proof in video that they're having more of them are dying than are being born. We've brought that data. We've also brought that they are also just dying off at younger ages now. Just dying off. We've brought that. And we've brought their own data of the year that they are claiming they will be the minority in this country. That year's already coming past, everybody. Their numbers on paper are not real. You see? Hear this. Their numbers on paper are not real. They have been the fucking minority, but they're keeping up the facade. That year they're projecting is just a year when they just won't be able to hide it anymore. Hey, we can't hide it anymore. They've been the minority. We elected, everybody else elected Barack Obama. That's why I told you he didn't get the white vote. Obama was elected twice because everybody else voted. I also brought you a video proclaiming to you that we have the power. Malcolm was talking about us being the margins back in the day. In the 1950s, he was saying we're the margins. We're the margins. He was telling you white folks can't never agree. So if the election is 50-50, whatever way you vote, that's the way the election goes, said Malcolm. My beloved brother. Well, that was then. And we've been doing a whole lot of fucking since then. And there's way more of us now than there was then. We determine elections, bitch. That's why you have the gerrymandering and the cutting up of districts and the not rolling out voting machines and drawing up fucking voting laws and stealing and shit, because we determine elections in this bitch. You need to spread the fucking word. You understand? Stop telling your kids your vote counts. Tell them you decide the motherfucking election. You are the damn election. You see? But hear this hypocrisy bullshit.
Say this to little brother Jesse.
Little brother Jesse.
That as a black man in this country, that I'm down with you. And I know a lot of brothers that's down with you.
And I know a lot of brothers that's down with you. But you weren't down with your sister to just open your mouth and fucking tell the truth.
This ain't about sexual preference or nothing.
See? This ain't about sexual preference or nothing. Huh? Throw that out. Well, what's it about, Steve?
This is about coming to the aid of another brother.
This is about coming to the aid of another brother. Jesse wasn't even soliciting your help. But your sister called you. And asked you to speak the truth. And you wouldn't. Now you go out of your way to send a message to this dude who's not even seeking your allegiance or your downness. You go out of your way to reach out to him to say, I'm down with you. How are you down with him, Steve? Because your sister, the help she was asking for, you just part your fucking lips and tell the truth. Are you on your way to Chicago how are you down with him? Are you now going to Chicago to fucking find the fucking perpetrators and handle them? How are you down with him, Steve? And you put a lot of emphasis on the word down, a little bit more than I think was comfortable for me, quite frankly. And in the money game, anything goes, so maybe you really are down with him. Huh? I call it as I hear it.
In this country, that I'm down with you. And I know a lot of brothers that's down with you.
And he didn't say the black community. He didn't say brothers and sisters. He said, I'm down with you. And I know a lot of brothers. That means a specific number. Not a general statement of all of us. And I know a lot of brothers that's down with you. That'd be like, Jedi, do you know anybody that has a rake? I'd be like, I know a few people that's got rakes. I know a lot of people that's got rakes. Yeah. That'd be different. That's a different statement than saying, well, everybody on earth has a stake. Everybody that fucking looks like us has a rake. Like, I'm down with you. And I know a lot of brothers that's down with you. Call it as I hear it, everybody.
That as a black man in this country, that I'm down with you.
But you couldn't be down with your sister as a black man in this country, in that fucking fucked up industry. You couldn't be down with your sister as a black man, as her brother. Think, my people. As my grandmama used to say, use your head for more than a hat rack. Hear this. Y'all know this. I think this clip is like 30 seconds or some shit. Y'all know if you're dealing with me, the bitch turns into 2 hours. God damn it.
The Jesse, that as a black man in this country,
these are very specific statements.
That I'm down with you.
I'm down with you.
And I know a lot of brothers that's down with you.
That's down with you.
This ain't about sexual preference or nothing.
This ain't about sexual preference or nothing. So it should be the black community is here for you. You know what I'm saying? Me and my family, my wife and my kids. You see, we here for you. No. You said that I'm down for you. You see? This ain't about sexual preference or nothing.
This is about coming to the aid.
This is about coming to the aid. Coming to the aid. When you could just open your mouth and spoke the fucking truth for Monique. This is about coming to the aid, everybody.
Of another brother.
Like I couldn't come to the aid for my sister and just open my mouth and tell the fucking truth. It's about coming to the aid of another brother because he's so black now. He might even be wearing a fucking African medallion, everybody. I think I just see it just below the camera.
That has tasted the brutality.
Because your sister didn't taste the injustice of the lies told on her that got her black fucking bald. No. This is about to come to the aid of a brother who has tasted the injustice. Or the brutality. What did he say? What the bitch say?
tasted the brutality.
Who has tasted the brutality. Forget the blackballing. Who has tasted the brutality.
Of hatred.
Of hatred. But your sister didn't taste any of that. She didn't taste any of that. Huh? She didn't taste any of that.
Of hatred, racism, and bigotry.
Of racism and bigotry. Tell that black bitch to get her ass on that plane and fly to fucking Iceland or wherever the fuck we want her to go to promote this goddamn movie that she only made $50,000 for a friend. And we're not paying her. Get her fat ass on that fucking plane and go. That wench. Stop the video when I lie. But he's come to the aid of another brother, everybody.
Aid of another brother that has tasted the brutality of hatred, racism, and bigotry. So we down with you, Jesse.
So we down with you, Jesse.
Smollett, however you want to handle this, we down with you.
However you want to handle this, we down with you. What did Monique say? None of you in real time were strong enough to do what the fuck was right in my hour of need. I'm paraphrasing. But we all down for you. However you want to handle it.
Racism and bigotry. So we down with you, Jesse Smollett. However you want to handle this, we down with you.
However you want to handle this, we down with you. Monique, we got your back no matter what, my sister.
This is not a call for violence or anything.
We don't want to, we ain't trying to hurt Massa. Got to get that levitational language in there.
So don't misunderstand.
So don't misunderstand. Even though I'm a black man in this country,
I just don't have all the words everybody else get.
I'm just trying to tell you what would be pleasing to Massa.
We down with you, soldier.
We down with you, soldier now. Soldiers and things, everybody. Oh my God, where's my punch? Somebody fan me. Oh my God, nurse. God damn it. Huh? Soldiers and things, everybody. Soldiers, even.
However you want to handle this.
However you want to handle this. We down with you.
We down with you. This is not a call for violence or anything, so don't misunderstand. I just don't have all the words everybody else get. We down with you, soldier. We just want you to know that.
We just want you to know that. Who is we? Think about the language, everybody. He opens up saying, I'm down with you. And not, I have a bunch of other brothers that are down with you, which would equal the we that he's citing here. Follow me now. He said, I'm down with you. And I know a lot of other brothers that are down with you. In other words, them over there, they down for you too. But I'm speaking for me. Then he says, and we, right after he says, I don't have all the words. I only know what Master told me to say. Because they're trying to make the LBGT shit equal with African suffrage. Make them the same. And they're not. Then he says, we. I always tell you, what did they say, but what language did they use to say it? This is why I love language so much. Because it is the window inside of the soul and the psyche of anyone speaking or writing.
I just don't have all the words everybody else get.
That everybody else got. But
we down
with you.
You soldier. We just want you to know that.
We just want you to know that. Define we in this statement, everybody. Define it.
Your OG is down with you.
Your OG. Oh my, soldiers, OGs. Oh my God. Somebody bring me a nurse. Oh my God. Deep breath, Jedi. Deep breaths. Wow. The OG. I think that's when I puked violently through my nose. Projectile vomit through my nose.
Just want you to know that. Your OG is down with you.
Your OG is down with you. By Allah, I swear this, wallahi. If I was Jussie Smollett, if I didn't respond to shit else, I would respond to this shit and say, how come you down with me and you weren't down with Monique? That's the type of shit I love doing to people. Freeze they ass in headlights with the truth when they least expect it, and when most of society would say it's the least inappropriate time. I get off on that. Do you understand? Oh my God. There is no greater bliss than that. There isn't. There's no greater bliss than that, everybody. At least not for me. Soldiers and OGs and things.
Don't have all the words everybody else get. We down with you, soldier.
Soldiers.
We just want you to know that. Your OG is down.
OGs and things.
Down with you. Man, we're gonna pray for you, brother. Right on.
Right on at the end, everybody. I think I saw a black fist in there. My people are checking now. Oh my God. Wow. If you don't see the hypocrisy in that shit, I don't know you at all. My God. You bring Monique on your show to yell her down in front of a live studio audience and the cameras, in perfect lighting, makeup and hair and wardrobe and all of it, to tell her how wrong she is to pursue the truth and your culpability in its destruction in her case. But here, you flip your phone out in an emergency. No perfect lighting, no hair and makeup and wardrobe, no live studio audience, no camera crew, producers, directors, in a fucking green ass hoodie to proclaim you are down with Jussie Smollett, who's not even seeking your assist. As a people, we need to declare our sovereignty as a nation within a nation, which means we would have our own police and our own courts, and we would have our own way of dealing with motherfuckers like this when it mattered. Because you see, there are many societies and organizations and groups of people, even street gangs, that deal with individuals who can't get the fucking line. You see? But every day we're allowing ourselves to be betrayed. One coon after the next one. One hypocrite after the next one. One slave after the next. That's us. That's us. I say again, if you want something you never had before, you gotta do shit you never did before, everybody. That means you're not allowed to think about anything that's ever been done. Now what you gonna do? Now what you gonna do? As I close, I would just like to remind everyone that the link for the GoFundMe is in the description box underneath the video. For those of you who are not familiar with the GoFundMe campaign, do click that link and go see what it's all about. And I encourage you to give whatever you can. If everyone who had watched my last two videos just gave $1, we would be at the goal already. That's sad and pathetic to think that, you know. Sadly, it's real. Again, another shout out to my brother and crew who were responsible for the last donation of $1,000. I was and am still floored, and I thank you so much. But I also hope that that will be of encouragement to the rest of you. You know, you don't need to give $1,000. You know, there's people that have given $200, $100. It's any denomination you can name. I ask that you give whatever you can, everybody. It's not a huge sum of money to raise. And my cause is honorable and righteous. And as I say, we are strongest when we are united on anything. Doesn't matter what. On anything. When we're united, that's it. There's no stopping us. We need to carry that across everything that we do. Start focusing on what the goal is, whatever it is we're doing, and be a part of that. Throw out your own selfish stuff and be one of the links in the chain. They always say a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. You know? But it pains me. What's the number? Let me check that. Yeah. Nearly 12,000 people watched just my last 2 videos. And that's in the last less than 48 hours. If each person had just given $1, we'd be over. So I ask you to give what you can, everybody. If you've got 4 quarters, do that. If you big ballin', shut callin', whatever you want to give. But I ask for and need your help on this. And I don't need to go to anybody but my people. Period. Because the power lies right here. It's with us. And I have always in my life relied on us. As I always say. You know, I've had 2 channels shut down on this damn platform. At my zenith, I was 20,000 something subscribers. Over 4.5 million viewers to the channel. Nearly 2,000 videos. Etc. But when I started in 2014, when I had 2 or 3 subscribers, because I've been the same dude since before I even started doing YouTube videos. This is who I am. This is who I am. This is who I am. It's who I am. It's who I've always been. So, there's no need for me to change or do something different. You know, I'm presenting who I am. And so, the person that you hear now is the person that was heard in 2014. And when I had probably 10 or 12 subscribers or some ridiculous number, I had the trolls coming to the channel saying, your channel's never going to grow because you alienate white people. You see, that's what this bitch was telling Monique. We can't out here. We on master plantation. Excuse me. You can't tell the truth because you have to suffer the consequence of the truth. So don't upset master. Well, I told them to fuck off. Because I came here to find my people. And to speak to and with my people across the diaspora. And that number went from 10 or 12, 20, 50, then it was 100, then it was 200, then it was 1,000, and oh my God, now you're at nearly 20,000 subscribers. And I did not need to change for anybody. Because what? The truth is the only fucking thing that matters to me in existence. Because the truth is synonymous with the one who created us all. And he is the determiner of all things, seen and unseen, known and unknown, revealed and concealed. So I know where to place my trust. clear about that. Always have been, always will be. And so just like I was able to get to 20,000 subscribers and 4.5 million views and nearly 2,000 videos in 26 countries in Africa and we can get to this $10,000 mark on this fundraiser for my journey to Africa. We can do that. All my love and thanks to all of you who have donated. And we've done it with a small number of people as far as we've gotten now. We're at 3,000, I don't know, like $3,400 or something like that. And I think the last time I looked it was probably 70 people. But those were people coming out of the pocket. And as I say, think where we would be if just the last 2 videos in the last 48 hours, if just those people had given just $1, I'd be on here saying thank you guys so much. We've reached the goal and God bless you all. And oh my God, and I know I would be in tears because y'all know I cried everything. So give what you can, everybody. Step off the hill of selfishness, because you don't know when the day comes when you need help. Strength in numbers, everybody. It's like the ants. I always tell you I love the ants because they always work together. Because like all of God's creation, they submit and do only what has been ordained for them. That's it. And they're working together as one unit to get it done. God bless the ants. My God. Woo. Wow. But there's great knowledge and message in that alone, as it relates to what I'm saying to you now. I need us to be like ants on everything, quite frankly. And I certainly need us to be ants on this campaign. So click the link in the description box, everybody. Go and just give whatever you can. And I say God bless you in advance and thank you so much. And I'll see you soon.